Hello everyone, welcome to Laha Talk, and in this video I will show you how you can create a basic CSS template which consists logo and navigation bar and footer, and we will make footer always stick to bottom. Let's say I'm adding a new content over here, and once the content reaches at bottom of the page, the footer will move down. So it will always be after the main content. So yeah, let's get started. So to demonstrate this project, I have created one index.html file, one CSS file and one myscript.js file. And inside the index.html file, I am including jQuery file. You can find it over any CDN. And I have included my myscript.js file, and over here I have linked to my CSS file. And I'm using VS plugin go live to reload whenever I'm saving any file. So let's say if I'm saving any file, so it will automatically reload and show me in a browser. So for that I'm using go live plugin. Okay, so we will start with our HTML code. Here I will add one div element and I will name it as content, and inside the content I will add one header element, and inside that header element, so basically what we will do, in content element we will have our header, navigation bar and our main content, and footer will be below it. So here I will add footer. Okay, so inside my header element I will add one more div element, and I will provide class as logo container. Okay, and here I will write logo. So here you can provide your website logo, and below our logo we will have navigation bar. So I will use navigation tag for that. So nav, and inside that, to show the menu I will use unordered list UL, and inside that I will use li and anchor link. Okay, so currently I will keep href as empty. You can provide your link file over here, and I will provide class as active over here for the first one. So you need to change this class whichever menu is active. So I'm keeping home as active menu. Okay, so I just copy this line and paste it. So I will add one more menu, profile and about, and we will remove active class from profile and about. Let's save it. Okay, so here you see we have a logo and we have a menu and we have our footer over here. Now one more thing we need to add, which is our main content. So after our navigation we will add main element. Okay, and I will provide ID to our main element as main only. Okay, so let's add CSS to our this page. So inside this CSS file currently I don't have anything. So first of all, what we will do, we will add body comma HTML, and we will reset our body and HTML tag with width as 100% and height as 100%, and we will provide font family as, let's see what we can provide. Okay, so Siago UI, I will provide this font family, so it will apply to our whole website. And here I will provide margin as 0 because body and HTML have a default margin, so we will make it as a 0. Now just save it. Now here you see the font size has been applied, and if you see the margin also has been applied to 0. Now let's provide a box sizing as a border box. So whenever we provide a padding to any element, so with their dimension, the size, they will also include their padding. So for that, to apply to every element, we will use star and box sizing as border box. Okay, now we will provide our CSS to our this first element content class. I will use this class over here, okay, and I will provide here minimum height as 100%. Yeah, so what it will do, if I provide a background color over here, so that you can see what is happening. So here you see the content div element will contain the entire height, as in the entire viewport height, and footer will be down to our content. So as you can see, the footer is coming after our content. Now what we need to do, main element, we don't have any content inside the main element, then the footer should be at bottom of our viewport. So for that we also update some CSS. So let's remove this background color, and so now let's add some background color to our logo container, navigation, and this footer. So I'm just copying my class name from HTML part. Okay, so first we will give background color to our logo container. So this logo container comes under content element, and inside the header we have this class. Just make it dot. Okay, and we'll provide background color. I'm providing a blue one, hash 027 BD0, and I will save. So here you can see we have provided a background color to our logo. Let's provide color as white. Yeah. So now what we need to do, the same thing we need to provide to our footer and navigation bar. So I will use the same CSS, so comma footer and comma navigation bar. So again navigation bar come under content, header, and nav. Let's save it. So here you can see we have background color to our navigation bar, logo, and footer. Let's provide a padding to our logo container. So content, header, and logo container, and I will provide padding as 10 pixel. So padding top, right, bottom, left will be 10 pixel. So let's save it. So here you can see our logo is coming vertically centered to our logo container. So let's provide some CSS to our footer. So footer, and here I will provide footer height as 50 pixel, and let's provide padding as 15 pixel. Okay, so you can see we have provided height 50 and padding 15. Okay, so currently as you can see our content class have a height as a minimum 100%. So what we need to do, we need to move this footer minus height of this footer, as in currently height is 50 pixel, so it's coming after the content. So to make it stick to the bottom, what we will do, we provide a negative margin to this footer. So let's provide margin top negative 50 pixel. So now you can see the scroll is gone, and the footer is coming at the bottom of our viewport. Now as footer is overlapping our content element, so whenever we add any element inside that, it might happen that it will overlap the footer. So to avoid that, what we will do, we will provide some padding to our content. So I will provide padding bottom 50 pixel. So as because the height of footer is 50 pixel, so the content will have a padding bottom as a 50 pixel. So now let's provide a CSS to our navigation bar. So the navigation bar have a UL which consists all the li element, and under the li we have our anchor link. So we will provide a CSS to this UL element. Okay, so UL element come under content, and inside header we have a nav, and we have a UL. Okay, now here I will provide list style as none. So once I save it, so here you can see we are having this circle as a list style. Now once I save it, it will be gone. and I will clear a margin to 0, and I will also clear the padding. Okay, now as you can see, we don't have any margin top and left to this our navigation bar. Now let's provide some border top to make it different to our header part. So I will use this navigation element, and above it I will provide border top as 1 pixel solid, and I will use predefined color hash 075 C97. So now you can see we have a very nice horizontal line in between our logo and navigation bar. Now as you can see, our menu are coming in vertical way. Now we need to make it as a horizontal way. So those are come under li element. So I'll just copy this up to ul, and inside our ul we have li. So I will make this li display as inline block. Now by default li is a block element, so that is the reason they are coming vertically, because they are occupying as much width as they can. So by making them inline block, they will only occupy the width which they need. So once I save it, you can see all are in horizontal way. So now let's provide a CSS to this anchor link. So I will copy up to this li. So inside our li we have an anchor link, and first we will remove the text decoration. Okay, now as you can see the underline is removed, and we will provide color as white. Okay, and we will also make them display as inline block, and by default anchor link is inline element. And let's provide a padding to 10 pixel. Okay, let's save it. So as you can see now the menu are perfectly horizontal aligned with equal space. Let's provide hover effect to our anchor link. So for that we will use hover pseudo class. Okay, so let's provide a background color as, let's say, hash 0065 AB. Okay, now when I am hovering it, you can see we have a nice background color. Now because the home menu is active one, so it should have a pre-background color. So for that we will write one CSS class. So I copy up to this, and whichever anchor link have active class, that will have a background color as, let's say, hash 075. Okay, I will use this one only and save it. So as you can see we have a pre-background color to our home element because this is the active one, and we still have the hover effect. Now if you see, even if the home is active and when we are hovering it, we are getting different background color. So we need to avoid this. So here I will use not pseudo class. So it means it will exclude active anchor tag, by having this hover effect. So I just save it. So if you see, if I hover on this home, we are not getting any background color, but for profile and about we are getting it. Now if you see, we are getting some gap between our menus. So let's remove it. So here I will use margin left as -5 pixel. So yeah, so as you can see we have removed a gap between our menus. So now I think we are almost done with our CSS part. Now let me demonstrate you whenever we add any content to our main element, this footer should be adjustable according to the content of this main element. Okay, so just to demonstrate, I am adding one button over here. I am adding under the P element, so by default it has its default margin, so we will utilize that. So under the P I am using the button. Okay, and let's label it as add content. Okay, and I will provide ID as add. So let's save it. So here you can see we have a added one button over here. So I am using the jQuery, so it's not mandatory you use the jQuery. It's just for demonstration purpose that I'm dynamically will add content to our main element. So for that I'm using a jQuery. So inside our myscript.js, first I will add a listener, click listener to our add button. So dollar ID is add, so hash add dot on, and event name is click, and whenever click event is fired, this function will going to call. Okay, so inside that what we are going to do, we are creating a dynamic h1 tag. So dollar, so we'll add h1, and here I will write welcome to LoHarTalk. Okay, now this going to append to our main element. Okay, so let's see if it's working. Save it, and yeah, whenever I'm clicking it, it's adding one h1 tag to our main element. Okay, so let's see if I click few more time. So as you can see, our footer is at bottom of our page. So if I refresh it, it will stick to the bottom of the viewport, and if the content will overlap it, it will nicely move down to the page. Yeah, that's all for this tutorial, and if you guys have any doubt, please comment below, and please don't forget to like, share and subscribe my channel. Thank you very much.